Falconer X, at least he did not take his ball and go home.
Oh, that's another one because he was talking about Jalen Knighton being able to step into a big role last week with Henry Parrish out and developing from his prior fumble issues and everything. So, yeah, he was about to work and he just didn't take his ball and go home, which is also noteworthy today because reportedly and confirmed by Gabby Rudy of 247 Sports, Thaddius Franklin walked off the practice field today. And he was in a huff of anger because the correlation, I believe, was Donald Chaney Jr. is back practicing and was in the rotation at running back in front of Thaddius Franklin. And so he stormed off the practice field. And so while that was Cristobal directly asked or answering a question directly asked about Knighton, you cannot help but make the comparison to the fact of like he came to talk to the media at 11 something after it was reported that Franklin had walked off the field earlier this morning in practice. So, yeah.
Kyloran, thank you for being here, as always. His dad
Yeah.
was mad that all the other freshmen played.
Well, yeah, but again, you're going to have also non-freshmen because, again, when Daryl Porter plays with that second/third unit, he's not a freshman, but he's in front of Rogers. You know, you got – I mean, it wasn't all the other freshmen, first of all, because I can go to the participation report. So, like, I hear you. I'm not fighting with you about it. I'm just saying it was not all of the freshmen. It was a lot of freshmen who did play, but there were guys in front of him who played. Yo, it be like that sometimes. I get it. It do. Sorry. You know, and if I have to balance giving Daryl Porter Jr. 12 snaps versus 9 snaps and then 3 for Kamari Rogers this year right now, I'm sorry, I'm giving all 12 to Daryl Porter because we have him penciled in as a starter at cornerback next year, so he needs to get the reps that he can get. I mean, look, it is what it is. I mean, do you want to talk about Keyshawn Washington not getting on the field? You want to talk about Brian Balaam not getting on the field? I mean, we can talk about a lot of other players having not gotten on the field. Their parents have not, and those guys are older than Rogers. You know what I mean? Like, I get, I know, and I understand it is frustrating, but it is a singular game along the path of a college career that more than likely is going to span at least 4 years, 46 games or more if you come back for a 5th year. Buddy. Again, the travel roster doesn't take everybody. Didn't even have to do that. Tried to get you in, but other guys were in front of you on the rotation. That happens. But if you are that hot and cold, 100 or 0, about 2 snaps, I mean, because like realistically, you're talking about what was, I'm going to go back to the statistics. This is why I leave this open. Good job, Cameron. If you go back to the last drive of the game for Georgia Tech, after the pick 6 was 13 plays and 71 yards. You're not playing all 13 of those plays. If you play a third of those, you're talking about 4, maybe 5. You're really getting twisted and Twitter-pated about 4 or 5 snaps in a game your true freshman year to the point where you want to, like, call the DB's coach everything but a child of God and, you know, insinuate that you want to go fight that man over 4 to 5 plays at Georgia Tech your freshman year when you could be in line for a 2-deep rotation spot next year at cornerback and thereafter for a guy who, and even Mark said, he's like, oh, that was a highly rated recruit. I remember we talked about him last year. He was like a top 10 cornerback in the country, right? That guy. So you have the ability and everything, but you're just not seeing the field right now. But your playing time could be a math nerd. It could be an increasing, a graph that increases at an increasing rate. So a little bit, a lot, and it just goes up like that. But you want to get twisted over this and come on social and for all that for right now? Really, bro? I didn't know that this year's Georgia Tech game had that much gravitas towards anybody's career path, absent, a Zach Pyron who unfortunately broke his collarbone. He's out for the year in that game. You know what I mean? Like, that's a very impactful game for him and everything. But, like, for a random DB on Miami's roster, bro? Really?
Falcon Rex, sizing it up this way. Mario and Cam say it as they see it. Deal with it.
Facts.